Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott, and today is day 350 on my countdown to retirement. Well, today was a fairly uneventful day, so I started off the day pretty much how I start off most mornings, and that is I read the financial news. And I start with Yahoo Finance, and then I use Seeking Alpha, and they send out both I have their app, and they also have a daily newsletter that they call Wall Street Breakfast. So I get that and read through that. And then I also read through the CNBC Investing Club newsletter, which again comes out in the morning. And then I check LinkedIn for updates from approximately 25 or so financial professionals that I follow on LinkedIn who, put out routine updates about, what's going on in the market. That includes Malik at Nuveen, Mohamed El-Erian at Queen's College in Cambridge, Michael Batnick, Nick Maggiulli, Callie Cox, and Josh Brown over at Ritholz Wealth Management, Wei Li at Blackrock, Christine Lagarde at the ECB, European Central Bank, Ann Sonders over at Schwab, Malcolm Ethridge, Jenny Harrington at Gilman Hill and Asset Management, Mark Newton and Tom Lee at Fundstrat, Degas Wright at Decatur Capital Management, Sarat Sethi at Douglas C. Lane, Alex Kantrowitz at Big Technology, Jim Leventhal at Surrey Partners, Adam Parker, who I really like his stuff at Trivariate Research, Ed Yardeni at Yardeni Research. One of my favorites is Dan Greenhaus with Solus Asset Management, Greg Branch at Branch Global Capital Advisors, Karen Firestone at Aurora's Asset Management, Michael Farr and Stephanie Link at Hightower Associates, Joe Terranova at Virtus Investments, Brenda Vangela at Sandhill Global Advisors, Cameron Dawson and Rob Sechin, who I also really like, at New Edge Wealth, and Shannon Sikosha at NB Private Wealth. So, on a normal morning, those 25 will put out probably 5 to 10 posts that I go through just to get updates on, and then after catching up on my morning financial news, I talked to my mom's financial advisor and gave instructions to him on what to do with a T-bill that just came due for her. So got that out of the way for her. And then I placed an order with Schwab to buy the Schwab U.S. Treasury Money Investor Shares, SNSXX, and I moved cash that had come due in a variety of T-bills, and just kind of moved it to that money market, the U.S. Treasury money market fund, until after inauguration. The next T-bill auction, 6 months, the next T-bill auction of any meaningful size is the 21st. So, the day after Trump's sworn in. I didn't want to take a chance not knowing what his initial, executive orders were going to be and how that might affect the Treasury market. I didn't want to put it into a market order for Treasuries that day. So I just figured I would keep it in that account, keep it in the money market until afterwards, see what happens that first day or two, and then plan to make whatever necessary adjustments I need to do before I buy the next set of Treasuries for my cash account. Once I have an idea of what he's actually going to do day one, day two, and then after that, my son for Christmas had given me a gun safe, for handguns. So it's one of those safes that have like a key, fingerprint scanner, as well as a code. So I had to go figure out, to set that up. I had to go configure that, set it up, and then he also gave me a what do they call it? An aero garden, a hydroponic herb garden. So it's something that you can keep actually on your counter, and it grows like 9 different plants, herbs, and it gives you like an initial starter set of like things like dill and thyme and a variety of parsleys and um, I don't know. Whatever, some of the other herbs, I can't recall what they were. Anyhow, it gives you a variety, and it has its own grow light and what have you, and the light automatically turns on, and it needs to run 15 hours, so it turns on like 8 o'clock in the morning, and it runs until like 11 p.m. at night. It just sits there on your counter. It takes anywhere from, depending on the plant, like 7 to 21 days for it to germinate and grow, and then once it's up and running, you have fresh herbs sitting there that you can, prune down and use the herbs in anything that you might be cooking. So I got that set up and configured. And then after that, I took about an hour and a half nap because I had really early morning meetings this morning, so I was wiped by the end of the day. And then got up, made a couple of pork chops that I had bought the other day at Lidl for dinner, and pretty much called it a day. So that's my update for the day. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section down below, or you can drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com. Otherwise, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow and giving you my latest update. Until then, take care.